Let me check it.
Just come up. Yeah.
You can take this back down. We're good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we want to apologize for the stream cutting out there. We just had a little bit of technical difficulties on our side, but we're good. No score yet so far. 10-11 left to go in the first quarter here for the MTAC football championship. The Colts are on offense here. I believe the Patriots had to punt it away. Was that correct?
Yeah, that was correct after being held for 4 straight plays.
Yeah, and we apologize again for that cutting out the hotspot, just having a little bit of issues, but we're good to go now in this MTAC championship for varsity football. So, of course, a lot of good things to look forward to with both of these teams tonight. And an interesting thing to look at as well, the Colts just had almost an entire line change here, Trent.
Well, you want to keep your guys fresh. They're looking to play all 4 quarters, and every single player, they're expecting 110% out of each player.
Speaking of each player, one of the really important things that we've seen coming into this game is that Andrew Crawley, the freshman, is dressed out. It looked like it was a knee injury for him early on in the season, but he's back and ready to come in if necessary as the punt is tapped to the 45-yard line, and the South Haven Patriots back to work.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty big. We haven't seen him. He hasn't played any snaps so far. It's been all Cubby Rojo. But it's going to be interesting to see if they put him in or if they just keep him out. Maybe they use him as a bit of an intimidation factor, letting CCS see that they got 2 quarterback options now. And they might just not use him because I know Rojo has been good for them so far. I mean, they're 8-1 for a reason.
So here's 1st and 10 for South Haven. Ball snapped. Rojo hands it off. It's a rush on the right side, staying on his feet. It's Wallace going on the right side there. A gain of about 1 yard on the play, 2nd and 9.
Yeah, and strangely enough, he has got more touches than Xavier. And I'm pretty sure right now Xavier's the leading leading MTAC in rushing yards. So it is strange that they're not giving him more touches than
Xavier Vincent selected to the MTAC All-Conference team this season, and he's also been selected to the 2017 All-Star game. Is one of the many players who have been given that invitation. As a rush up the middle, Xavier Vincent showing his dominance again to the 37-yard line. Xavier Vincent proving more and more, if there was a league MVP award given out, proving more and more why he should be the league MVP.
Yeah, I mean, if I was the person giving out the award, I'd give it to X. Mm-hmm. And hey, I just want to say I pulled another Tony Romo.
Pulled another one there, making the predictions there. Wondering, I'm surprised they haven't run it to Xavier Vincent there as they run it to him. Here's another 1st and 10 for the Patriots. No score yet. 3 minutes into this MTAC Varsity Football Championship. Just under 9 minutes as here's another rush by Xavier Vincent going on the right side. He's not going to be touched. Xavier Vincent is into the end zone for a Patriots touchdown.
Did you think the South Haven was going to score first in this game?
Honestly, out of all the people who have discredited the Patriots this season, nobody really thought they'd even score first blood in here, but the Patriots come out on top striking first blood.
That is so important for South Haven because that gets them pumped up. That shows them that, yes, CCS might be undefeated, but we still have a chance to battle and win this championship.
Here's not a 2-point conversion attempt. Kobe Rojo kicking the extra point. South Haven now is an extra point kicker, and it's through the uprights. 7-0 the score with 8:45 left to go in the first quarter. The Patriots lead in the championship.
Eyes here.
Hear you loud and clear.
So it was a penalty for 5 yards. Mike muted on that one. That was my fault. But 5 yards moved back for the Patriots. They're kicking it off here as they strike first blood. We'll get a sideline report in just a moment.
So in my mind, they need to kick this ball out of bounds because look right there, boom, right.
Hit off of a defender of Christian Community and manages to hold on to the ball. It looked like it could have been recovered by South Haven, but unfortunately it's
Back
not.
to what I was about to say is they should have probably thought about just kicking out of bounds and let them have the ball at the 35.
So James Shannon is on the sideline for Christian Community. Now, James, we heard a little bit of the Christian Community coaches and players a little bit irritated with how South Haven drove down the field there. Tell us the overall tempo on that sideline.
Well, so far it's been high energy, and the guys just trying to get fired up. Obviously, a 3-and-out's not what you wanted, but they made a great stop. It looked like Xavier Vincent was going to take that opening kickoff back for a touchdown, but great job here. And on that kickoff, also, it looked like there was a false start, and so that's why they backed it up 5 yards. But man, this sideline, these guys are ready to go. I think it took a little bit of the energy out of it, not doing a prayer and maybe a national anthem, but. A little bit quieter to start than they're used to, but they're looking to get the offense back up and running.
Moved up forward 5 yards. Thank you, James, as the Colts rush it here. Here's 31 of Christian Community running on the right side. That's Isaiah Webb. The player we interviewed on Extreme Radio this Sunday gets to the 34-yard line. A huge gain for the Christian Community Colts.
So it looks like both teams are liking to keep it on the ground so far.
And, of course, Isaiah Webb, one of the players who was selected to the 2016 and 2017 All-Star Game, hit Isaiah Webb and, of course, the other player from Christian Community, Nathaniel Rowley. Both of them got selected to the All-Conference teams for the 2017. Here's another rush for Christian Community going up the middle. Not able to get more than about 3 yards on the play. That's 31 again, Isaiah Webb touching the ball. So it goes to second down and 8. Looks like Zimmerman is going to call. It's a timeout called by South Haven as it's 7:48 left to go in the first quarter. 7-0 lead for the Patriots.
Now, I know you have the stats right here, but besides Meek, these are the best two running backs facing off each other tonight. Because you have Webb, which he has rushed over 1,000 and how many yards? And I know Xavier, he's rushed for over 1,200 yards. So I feel like this is going to be a lot, and they don't have, and also let's say they don't have Klein as a wide receiver tonight. So it's going to be hard to play that air game. So they might just focus more on the run game, and we already know what South Haven is going to do.
Yeah, and I believe Isaiah Austin is on the left sideline here for South Haven. Isaiah, tell us, what have we got on the tempo, and what was Zimmerman upset about to call that timeout?
Well, as expected, they're really excited to prove everybody wrong in this game. This is their opportunity to prove that they're not just only have one loss on the season because of their strength of schedule. They are a really, really good team, and tonight they're coming to prove it. And I believe the coach called that timeout because, the defense and offense are doing so good. You let up a big run, that can really break down a team. So he wanted to take a second to talk to the guys and get them situated.
All right, thank you, Isaiah. The other Isaiah who's on the field right now, Isaiah Webb, took a rush up the middle. It's now 3rd down and 7 here for Christian Community as the Colts look to try and continue their strive here as it's a fake handoff and a pass toss to the right. It is caught by Community, jukes out, tries to stay on his feet. Micah Jones, the sophomore, with the reception, and he's brought down by Isaac Wallace, and the Colts move the chains.
Well, I guess CCS told me to shut up because they just threw it after what I've all talked about. What I want to say is this field has already taken a pounding of one game, and you can look out on the field, see all the, all where the people dug their cleats in, knocked the grass up. So this is pretty much not a fresh field to be playing a championship game.
Here's a rush again by Isaiah Webb up in the middle, avoiding tackles. Isaiah Webb is into the end zone for a Colts touchdown.
That was a good run. So you got, like I just told you, both of, some could say the best two running backs, including Weeks, and but we're focusing on this game. But both of the top running backs scored the touchdown so far, and I'm wondering if CCS is going to go for the. They are going to go for the 2. Never mind. That just canceled my thing.
The Webb and that's Webb Isaiah Webb and Xavier Vincent, both all-conference members, as the two-point conversion is good for Christian Community. The Colts lead 8-7 with 6:38 left to go in the first quarter in this MTAC championship.
Are you guys on commercial break? Okay, I was kind of hoping you guys were on commercial break. Are you guys sassing me? You're sassing Trent? No, I got one better. I'm going to take CCS and, that Bowling Green bias. That's exactly how it is every single time.
So an 8-7 lead for Christian Community with 6:38 left to go in the first quarter. And it looks like the official stopping the clock here. Looks like a ball was not tossed on the field. They're now getting that there. That was a nice toss. I believe that was Flanders who made that toss there. There's a reason why he's the football coach for the Colts. He's able to toss it.
Doesn't look like Flanders, the guy that threw the ball.
Oh, that wasn't Flanders who threw it.
I know, but get him on the field.
Yeah, get him on the field right now. How best the Colts can try to win this championship, as they're only leading by one.
So I wonder, they got Xavier Vincent. They seen that large kick return that Southampton had on the last attempted kickoff, or not attempted, but the last kickoff. So I wonder if they're going to kick it back at them.
Looks like they might, and kicking off for the Colts is Dan Adams. Oh, it's an onside low kick and missed by the Patriots and fallen on. Looks like Southaven will recover it. A lucky recovery there by Xavier Vincent. 1st and 10 here for the Patriots. Now, we've talked about how the Patriots had a completely different head coaching change this season with Jason Zimmerman. It's his first season. He moved originally from Florida in the summer, has completely revamped this team for the better, as the Patriots had their head coach last season, Michael Crawley, who's now the offensive coordinator. Unfortunately, due to the injury bug and other underlying factors, the Patriots went winless in their first MTAC season.
Fun fact, the head coach, Zimmerman, went and played for the college I was originally going to go play for until they unfortunately ended their program.
Big tackle on Wallace. This looks like Dodderer is able to get behind the line there at 5'10", 160 pounds. The junior able to sack down Wallace and prevent any gain, but allow for a loss on the play, 2nd and 12.
Dodder is somebody that, if I had a football team, I want somebody like Dodder that's going to go in.
You're going to have an all-star team, though, aren't you?
Yeah.
Maybe Dodder is on your team if he's selected. Who knows? Shush. No revealings of the draft yet. Who knows? As it's 2nd and 12. Here's a rush by Vincent, cutting inside, avoiding all tackles. Xavier Vincent's got the first down and looks like he's going to get a little bit more. Xavier Vincent on the left side, being chased down by Webb. He's on his feet until being tripped up and stopped at the 21-yard line. First and a huge gain for the Patriots.
He needs some water is all I got to say. That was a lot of running, a lot of cutting, a lot of staying up. I'm telling you, that there must be something just in his blood that makes him a football player.
Yeah, the Xavier Vincent, again, on the all-conference team, and if there were an MVP award to be given by the conference, arguably he could be one of the best, one of the likely candidates for MVP. Might get even the all-tournament awards. As I did talk a little bit pregame, the awards that are given out for the conference are all-conference team and all-tournament teams are what is given out for every team. It's 1st and 10 on the 21-yard line for Southaven. Vincent touches the ball again, and he's immediately met by several Christian Community players for a loss of 1, 2nd and 11.
Yeah, but, that kind of goes in with Xavier being a little tired. He just had that big run. And that's kind of good for CCS, build up their confidence a little bit more with their defensive line, being able to stop Xavier.
So here is 2nd down and 11. Second and 11 for the Patriots. All snapped and flags thrown. So an offside's called on the defense, so they'll move this up 5 yards for a 2nd down and 6. Just a little bit of jitter by the defensive line of Christian Community. Of course, the defensive line has a lot of deep players who have some depth to them, several seniors on the defensive 2 or more years for Christian Community. So a lot of players have been invested in the program for a good amount of time. Here's a pass toss on the right side. Here goes Vincent trying to go up the middle. Gets a gain of a few more yards on the play and heard a lot of ooze on the play. It looks like a Colt is a little bit slow to get up, but it looks like he's coming back up here.
And I feel like Xavier, or X as I like to call him, is trying to do too much right now. Like, it's the heat of the moment. He just wants to make sure everything he does is perfect. But I feel like he's just overdoing it a little bit. He just needs to take his breaths, figure his footing out. Because he does about 5 cuts in between every play, and that's just going to tire him out and make him, not as useful going down the line.
Here's 3rd and 3 for the Patriots, but a timeout called by South Haven. Their second timeout, not even past the first quarter, and they're only down to 1. 3:28 left to go in the first quarter. 8-7. The Colts lead the Patriots. So here's after the timeout, 3rd down and 3. Vincent's going to touch the ball again, go up the middle, and he will get the first down. 1st and goal for South Haven. Again, Xavier Vincent just showing his dominance early on in this game and proving beneficial for South Haven.
Yeah, like I've been saying, Xavier Vincent, he's born with this talent. This talent isn't something you just train and get. This is something he looks so natural at the running back position, and I love watching him play because it's like watching somebody that could possibly be in the NFL one day just blow up in your eyes and watch him play high school.
And Xavier Vincent has been with the program for the Patriots. We'll see how we'll give you that status. He goes up the middle, tripped up, gains a few yards on the play, 2nd and goal. So looking at the stats here, Xavier Vincent, this is his 5th year on the Patriots squad within the South Haven Christian School Patriots system.
That means I played against him for 4 years.
So you played against him for 4 years, and Vincent, out of these 5 years, is on the grasp of getting a championship to end his career. And that could be said the same of Colton Rollins, who's been on the Colts for 5 years and is looking to end his high school football career with a championship as well. And either of these teams, they have gone to the national championships before, so they could try and end it with a national championship this season. Vincent behind gets it handed off by Rojo. Xavier Vincent twists into the end zone, just short of the goal line. The referees will spot him just short. It's now 3rd down and goal on about the 1-yard line.
My thing is, you could probably put Nate Green in the backfield right now and just have him lower his shoulder and just hit his center in the backside and, just try to punch it in there. It's only, literally about a yard. So, they might put the big guy in the backfield.
Yeah, and we'll get Isaiah Austin's word in just a moment as he is on the South Haven sideline. A lot of cheering from them over there. Looks like a lot of silence from Christian Community side. And Xavier Vincent is into the end zone for a Patriots touchdown.
I'm telling you, Xavier Vincent's their main weapon. It's their primary weapon.
Number 22,
If you stop Xavier, you pretty much stop South Haven's offense, and this is looking to be a matchup of a good game.
It already has been, as it's now just within a one-score game for both teams. And more of a one-possession game as it's 13-8, and Rojo will kick it through the uprights for another extra point made. 14-8 with 1:34 left to go in the first quarter. The Patriots have the lead over the Colts. So we're kicked off here, and flags thrown. Just a big hit by the Colts. The Patriots managed to get the recovery. We'll see what the flag says here.
Xavier leaped in the air like a dolphin out of the ocean.
I'm surprised we didn't hear any dolphin noises on that one. We'll see what the official rules here. He's talking to the kicker, David West. He's talking to David West and Micah Jones in the center of the field trying to figure it out here. They're talking to Coach. All right, they're asking the Coach Flanders 15 yards a re-kick. It's a kick catch interference is what they're going to call it. Looks like Vincent signaled a fair catch, and then he got whammed into. So a 15-yard penalty will be enforced forward, and a first down for the Colts just outside of the 35-yard line.
So that's a heck of a kick return. Look where they're out on the field.
Well, they got lucky with that penalty there, but that was at least good for Xavier Vincent to go and call the fair catch there. So we'll get Isaiah Austin's word of the South Haven tempo in just a few moments. But first, we've got the play here from the Colts. Here's a rush by Isaiah Webb on the right side. Isaiah Webb trying to keep his way in bounds. He stays in until the referees stop him at the 38-yard line. All right, Isaiah, you're on the South Haven sideline. What's the mood over there?
Well, you can tell Coach Zimmerman is happy and excited, but he's definitely not satisfied with how the team's played. He really wants to get a couple touchdowns here and really break this thing open. I mean, this is what this team has been fighting for all season. They can't be satisfied at this point.
And the Patriots, of course, they were champions of the TAACS in 2014 and 2015. And back in 2015, they lost in the national championship, which started their 0-9 losing streak. And then going into this season, for them to have a positive record here in the championship. Rowley managing to rush up the middle there. Gain of about 4 or 5 yards on the play. Looks like, yeah, that was Nathaniel Rowley who took a rush up the middle there.
Oh, I'm thinking of Crawley. My bad.
Yeah, Andrew Crawley is suited up for the Patriots, and he could go in at any time, but he's on the Patriots team, not suiting out for Christian Community. But Nathaniel Rowley, the junior, managing to rush up the middle there. It's now 3rd down and 5.
So the seniors, senior leadership on each team, both teams has a lot of seniors.
Yeah, the 7 seniors for South Haven and 9 seniors for Christian Community as the pass is intercepted by Inceno Saver. As the time expires in the first quarter, the Patriots have it on the 23-yard line. What a way to end the first quarter. The Patriots are all gathering around as it's the end of the first, 14-8. South Haven will have the ball when we return in this MTAC championship.
Guys, right before that play, where Enzo Sarv tipped and intercepted that pass and returned it, Nathaniel Rowley came limping over to the sidelines. Of course, he had ran the ball right before on that play, but he came limping over to the sidelines to get that call. He's now on the bench, and he's getting worked on by the trainer. We'll have to keep an eye. The backup is number 10, Micah Jones, a sophomore. So we'll have to keep an eye to see if he comes in, but we'll keep you guys updated on Rowley.
Isaac Wallace trying to make a rush up the middle, loss of about 5 yards on the play for 2nd down and 15 as the Patriots had a big interception. Inseno Saver is a junior. He's got at least one more football year with the Patriots at 5'8", 160 pounds. Saver making his name here in the championship.
I'm just saying, I haven't seen South Haven play like this ever. And I've played against them for 5 years. But I have never seen them play with this much intensity, this much passion, this much heart to keep going and turning their gears. It's just a South Haven I've never seen before.
And as an offsides called on the defense, it looked like the whole defensive line jumped on that one. So it's a 1st down and 5 for the Patriots.
At least they did it as a team.
You win as a team, you lose as a team, you get personal fouls as a team, you fight with other players as a team, and you team as a team. That one didn't work as much here as the Patriots are on 2nd down and 10. Hand off to Vincent again up the middle. Xavier Vincent is going to go a little bit further than the line of scrimmage to the 20-yard line for a 3rd down and 7.
And, CCS isn't really used to this so far this season. They aren't used to being beat down. But their last game was against FCA. They got beat down. They still came up with the win, but they still got beat down during that game. And then South Haven is pretty much giving them the same dose of medicine the FCA gave them.
Yeah, CCS, it looks like they're having a little bit of defensive struggles. Tommy Thornton is their defensive coordinator. He was the head coach of the Colts from 07-012. It's Rojo, quick toss over to Wallace. Wallace trying to cut inside. He's going to lose a tackle. Isaac Wallace into the end zone for a Patriots touchdown.
And the ball carry vision on that was superb. Did you see? He didn't even turn his head that way. He just felt it, and he just felt he had that open grass, making that one cut. He had clear green, or in this case, a bit of a beige, brown, with a little bit of green.
It looks like green to me, but could be beige or brown. But another touchdown for the Patriots as they made it a 2-possession game here in the championship. And here's another extra point attempt by Rojo. But Tommy Thornton, the defensive coordinator for the Colts, as it's through the uprights and good. He was the head coach of Christian Community's football team from 07-012. And on defense, he's going to be livid with his guys after that one.
Fun fact, I'm pretty sure, tell me if I'm wrong, but he started his coaching, he coached Pioneer once.
I believe James Shannon could probably verify that for us. James, did he coach at that team in his prior years?
Who was that?
Who was that? What was his coach's name?
Tommy Thornton.
Did Tommy Thornton coach Pioneer?
Yes, Tommy Thornton was an assistant at a school called Pioneer Christian out of Whites Creek, Tennessee in 2006. It was his first year involved with 8-man, first year in Tennessee. And from that school, it actually gave Jason Settle, who became the head coach at Pleasant View Christian. It gave you the head coach at Aaron Academy, and then Steve Herndon, the head coach for the Tennessee Heat, and now the athletic director. So a lot of coaches coming out of that school once it closed, and it kind of made a little coaching tree almost.
Yeah, and those coaches have certainly benefited. Tommy Thornton benefiting the Colts to lead them to their first undefeated season in franchise history. Well, that's benefited them certainly throughout the season.
So I kind of just want to say that and just say he knows Coach Settle.
Yes, he does, as it's a high-up kick, and it's caught, fumbled, picked up by Colton Rollins. It looks like a Patriot is down on the field, and Colton Rollins looks like he was running with the ball. Xavier Vincent he was a little bit slow to get up there, but the referees are ruling there. It was a fair catch called by number 4 of the Colts, Brooks Pugh, but it was fumbled by Colton Rollins, and it looks like they're throwing a flag here. Not sure what their ruling is going to be, but it looked like it was a fair catch that was called by a player. Another player missed it. If the other player had caught it, I believe the rule interprets that it would be a fair catch right there because there was someone who signaled for it. But because it was a fumble, it was fair game for anybody to go for.
I'm wondering if this flag is going to be against the coaches or the players. Because you heard the sideline. We're right below them. We're right above them. We're not underground.
We're 31 below.
Yes. That joke.
Yeah, but we'll see what the officials call here. We haven't gotten any wording quite yet. I'm trying to sort this out here. No flag on the play, so they're waving it. So it says a first down for Christian Community. There's no flag ruled on the play. 1st and 10 on the 34-yard line for Christian Community. It's kind of hard to tell what the referees were throwing the flag there for, though.
It might have been just, got caught on his finger and he's scratching his butt or something.
I don't think it's the back pockets that you store the flags.
I think they were going to call that flag on a sideline infraction because this sideline was very animated and it calmed down. So I'm guessing that they decided to wave it off. As you can see, Coach Flanders having to get pulled off the field, but yeah, I think they were going to call a sideline infraction on him.
Yeah, James, I think you're right. The South Haven sideline, that lack of a call. So I think you're right about that.
And here's a rush up the middle. That was by 17 of the Colts, Devon Jefferson. He's a 3-year senior at 6'3", 185 pounds, managing to get to 2nd down and 1. So it's a sideline infraction.
The CCS trainer put what seemed like a roll of tape on Rowley's ankle. So obviously you can see he's back out there playing, but he's got a very obvious limp going on right now. So that's going to be something to keep an eye on. This formation is dangerous, though.
Yeah, so we'll see how Nathaniel Rowley performs. It's a rush on the right side. Here goes number 11, Colton Rollins, Isaiah Webb. Isaiah Webb into the end zone. Touchdown, Christian Community.
This is going to be a boxing match. That's the way I kind of, how I say football games are. You size up your match and you throw your punches. And both these are showing all their moves, throwing all their punches right after the start of the bell.
So Isaiah Webb, one of the dominant players of Christian Community. Again, a 4-year senior, managing to get a rush. A huge gain and touchdown for Christian Community as they make it a 1-possession game, looking for the 2-point conversion here.
So I wonder if they're going to go for the field goal or for the 2-point. Because we know they have a kicker.
It looks like they're going to go for the 2-point. They could have kicked it and made 6 points, would tie the game. It's interesting for their attempt there as it's a rush on the left side by the Colts. Brought down, 2-point conversion is short, no good. It looked like it was a rush by one of the numbers who has a 30. It was 25 of the Colts, Hunter Helms. 2-point conversion is no good with 9:21 left to go in the second quarter. 21-14, the Colts are down against the Patriots in this MTAC championship. All right, so Lagler Field hosted the consolation earlier today. It hosted the semi late last week between the feat of the Webb School and the Patriots of South Haven. The Patriots ending up winning that game 49-27. So this field has hosted 3 games in the last 2 weeks. This final game it's hosting here for 8-man football is the championship as it's booted deep by Dan Adams. Xavier Vincent back in the end zone. It's ruled a touchback. So the Patriots will start out on the 20.
Yeah, guys, so far, especially with that kickoff, you see Dan Adams coming along. Everything's coming out all right.
All right, so James giving us that one on the sideline as the Patriots have their offensive drive start on their own 20-yard line. So we'll see what the offense can do. And of course, Kobe Rojo is a junior at the quarterback position. one of the more interesting things of how he stepped in, especially with Andrew Crawley, the freshman, having his injury throughout the majority of the season. Here's Kobe Rojo that's benefited the team well, and here's a rush again. Xavier Vincent on the left side. Xavier Vincent staying in bounds. Vincent being chased down by some Christian Community players. He's going to be spotted out of bounds at the 48-yard line.
And I figured the silence was going to be upset about that because you heard the whistles about 2 seconds, and they were still going, trying to tackle him, bring him down. So I was watching the sideline, and like Crawley over there got a little upset about that.
Xavier Vincent, again a 5-year senior, has everything to play for tonight to try and have the chance of going to the national championship, but also to win his first MTAC championship. No stranger to winning titles, though, as he was on the 2015 Patriots squad that lost in the national championship and won the TAACS. Vincent with a rush again. Flags thrown. As Vincent rushed up the middle. So waiting on the referees to have this discussion here. They're discussing it with Colton Rollins in the middle of the field and some of the Christian Community players. They're asking Flanders about what the penalty is, or if he's going to accept the penalty. And it's a holding call on the Patriots, so they're going to move this back 10 yards. So it's now first down and 20 on the 44-yard line. So we'll get we have a word from James Shannon in just a moment, but after this play, we'll go down to the Christian Community sideline with James Shannon as Rojo in the shotgun toss on the right side to Wallace. It is caught! Isaac Wallace keeping the reception under two-man coverage. Stopped at the 21-yard line. Isaac Wallace with the play.
All right, well, let's hear what James got to say on the sideline.
What do you got for us, James?
Hey guys, if I'm correct, and I'm trying to remember back to the Franklin Christian game last week, I believe this is the first time all year that CCS has trailed because they've had blowout wins in a lot of the games, some shutouts. They didn't trail against Classical, and I'm trying to remember back to Franklin Christian, but I think this is the first time they trailed all year.
I have to look back at the box score, but they may have trailed in their final game of the regular season against Lighthouse as Vincent takes a rush on the left side. Xavier Vincent again, perfect blocking. Xavier Vincent for the Patriots touchdown.
Did anyone think the game was going to be like this?
Nobody thought this at all. A lot of people discredited the South Haven Patriots, thinking that their schedule is easy other than facing CCS in the regular season. But South Haven has certainly come to play. It's going to be interesting to see how the defense responds for Christian Community.
Something I'm loving from South Haven, they're shutting up all the haters that said that they had an easy schedule. Because they're showing that they're going against the undefeated team. And look what are they up? If they get this field goal, they're up by 14 on the best team in the conference.
Best team in the conference. That this might be an Alabama and Clemson story as the extra point is good. It's 28-14 with 8:19 left to go in the second quarter. The Patriots are leading the Colts in this MTAC championship. So back live here at Lager Field. Sorry about seeing our camera screen there, trying to charge it and make sure it doesn't go dead on you guys during the broadcast. This is one of those cameras that can't charge and film at the same time. Might need to find some way to fix that later.
8-man best.
8-man best, exactly.
8-man Best Buy sponsor.
Well, disclaimer, Best Buy doesn't sponsor us, although we wish we were. Call us. Here's a kickoff by Rojo. Back deep to receive is Devon Jefferson, and he's going to shamble the ball a little bit, but he will pick it up, twist out of a tackle. Jefferson down to the 20-yard line, and the Colts are back to work. Nathaniel Rowley, it looks like he's coming back into the game, so he's healthy. He's not injured. It's a good thing for the Colts. When he went out with that, looked like it was a knee injury.
Yeah, one thing I would like to say. Not like to. I don't know.
What was that?
I'm sorry. I am so dumbfounded by how well this game is, and this game. I wasn't expecting this. I was expecting something like the Webb FCA game, and I will apologize to South Haven.
And here's a rush on the right side by Jefferson. Jefferson with the first down and more. He's brought down by Gagliano.
One thing we mentioned about Jefferson is he was thrown out of the FCA CCS game, the really close one, and what's that called when you lift your, when he had it, but they appealed it.
Yeah, they appealed the suspension, I believe. They may have appealed the suspension. They're not sure about that. As Rollins is going to fake the pitch. He's going to give it off to Webb on the left side. He's brought almost down by Vincent. Avoids the tackle. Isaiah Webb on the left side. Isaiah Webb going down the sideline. Staying in bounds. Isaiah Webb for the Christian Community touchdown.
Colts touchdown by number 31, Webb.
That was impressive. I'm telling you, you got two speed backs. Like real speed with the capital S, I'm telling you. If you give them a chance, if you give them a little hole, they're going to take it.
I believe the two-point conversion attempt coming up here as the Colts haven't tried any single – they have not tried any single point after touchdowns. As it's 27-20 with 7:45 left to go before the end of the first half.
Yeah, it's been working. Oh, has it? Yeah. It's been charging, but it won't let us, charge. It says it's in USB mode, that's why.
And here's a rush on the right side. Stopped short of the two-point conversion. Colton Rollins trying to get into the end zone, but won't make it. As it's 27-20 with 7:45 left to go in the second quarter. The Patriots leading over the Colts.
Hey, that should be 28. I hope it doesn't get... Oh, they fixed it right when I said that.
Yeah, I believe they did fix it there. It's 28-20. I was wondering about that two-point conversion attempt there as we head to a commercial break. Again, it's showing the shooting mode on the camera there, trying to make sure.
We just want y'all to know step by step of what we do.
Yeah, this is why we do what we do. As the Colts kick it off. To the right side, Vincent going to receive. Just both teams have not been able to pick up the ball on kickoffs as Vincent is pushing through, staying on his feet. Xavier Vincent stretching it out to the 47-yard line. But there's a flag back at the 34, so we'll see what they call it here as...
And Jefferson came off limping. I'm pretty sure that's who it was against.
Yeah, so Derek Jefferson coming off a little bit shaken up, so we'll see what the penalty call is here from the officials. It's a face mask call on the kicking team, so they'll move the ball up. The Patriots get a little bit better field advantage as it's going to be placed, I believe, 5 yards forward.
Press live. Press live because that'll skip right to the
Face mask on the offense. First down.
So here's a 1st and 10 for the Patriots, now in Colt territory on the 48-yard line. So here's a handoff again to Vincent. Xavier Vincent pushing through. It's been a rush-heavy game so far. A helmet comes off for Vincent, and Xavier Vincent is down on the ground. It looked like Jackson Dotterer came out with the ball, but they're not going to rule that a. They are not going to rule it any penalty there or a strip. The Patriots still have the ball, but Vincent will have to go out for a play as his helmet got taken off.
Yeah, so what they're going to do, they're probably just going to, I would say they're going to give it back to 10, just keep it keep, the clock running, keep the ground pounding. Oh, actually, it looks like they're not going to do that.
And a timeout called by Christian Community, looks like. Yep, timeout called by the Colts. A little bit confusion for the players there. 7:20 left to go before the end of the first half. 28-20. The Patriots lead the Colts. Back live here at Lagler Field. Trent, come on, Trent, come on, buddy. Press it. There's Vincent going up the middle for a rush of about 2 or 3 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down and 4, and we're going to head to Isaiah Austin. He's got another sideline report for us. Isaiah?
Yeah, on that last defensive possession, Vincent missed that tackle. It got up a little shaken up. He returned the kick pretty well. He looks to be back to himself, but he's got a little hitch in his step, so that's something to watch for going later on to the game.
All right, Isaiah on the South Haven sideline reporting for us there, and James Shannon on the Christian Community side. Maybe some homeboy stuff there, we don't know, as it's a rush by Vincent trying to go up the middle. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, stopped on the 3rd down conversion attempt.
So ever since that big hit, they haven't been able to do anything with Xavier, and that's the one guy you have to stop. Oh, my.
You good there, Trent?
I don't know. I think he swallowed a fly.
Yeah, there are a lot of bugs here at Lagler Field, but hey, not as many as we had at the FCS Swanee game in Franklin.
But like I was saying, Xavier Vincent, that's their main weapon. That's their primary. So if they take out and they just stuff and just silence Xavier Vincent, then they're going to have to go to their secondary option.
Of course, we talk about how the Patriots are leading 28-20 here. So fake handoff, Rojo over toss attempt, incomplete, intended for Jeremiah Fitch, but they threw a flag there. It looks like it's going to be pass interference called on the Colts. A little bit of the Christian Community sideline outrage there, thinking that they were both going for the ball. It's a pass interference call regardless on the Colts, as this will be an automatic 1st down for the Patriots.
Now seeing it live, we don't have instant replay, but I feel like that one could have been a little bit of questionable, And Nate Green was a little slow to get up, but he gave us and South Haven sideline the thumbs up.
Of course, the referees have the final discretion on all that, of course, and I believe James Shannon has something for us down here. What do you got, James?
Hey guys, Nate Green has dealt with a shoulder injury all season, and he's just kind of been sucking it up and rolling with it. But I would expect that it's finally catching up with him here 8 games into the season, or 9 games into the season rather.
So here's a 1st down and 10 for the Patriots. They have new life on their offensive drive as Isaac Wallace gets a gain of about 2 or 3 yards on the play. 2nd down and 7. And of course, we look at the offense of the Patriots and how they've been so successful, not just in this game, but on their season. That's due in part to Michael Crawley, the offensive coordinator who we've actually had some fun talking with him pre-game and such for South Haven. He's actually predicted all of the wins and losses for them evenly, and he even predicted the score was going to be 52-28 for the Patriots to win over the Feet, and the Patriots won 49-27. So he was only 3 points off total, 3 combined points off total between the two teams. So a very almost accurate prediction there, as Vincent gets tripped up in the backfield. It's now about 3rd down and 7. So Vincent, this is the second time they've stopped him so far on this drive.
Yeah, and right then him and Rojo kind of got hit each other in the backfield, and Kobe Rojo grabbed at his shin. Might have been ran into a little bit hard by the beast known as X. I'm loving this game so far.
Yeah, this game has kept its intensity as we have just under 4.5 minutes left to go before halftime. We'll, of course, give our analysis. We'll get James and Trent to give their analysis as well. We'll get James and Trent as well as Isaiah Austin to give their analysis as well. James, Trent, and Isaiah. Everybody has Wallace toss on the right side. How did he catch that? And how did he avoid the tackle? No flags. Touchdown, Patriots.
South Haven is making the incredible plays, and the plays needed. Big-time players make big-time plays. I'm telling you, man. That's what they needed. They needed something. Show them that they got some aerial attack rather than just Xavier running and pounding the ball on them every play. Just look at that. He was able to stretch out, catch it, bring it down, shed the tackle, and get in the end zone.
And another extra point attempt here for Kobe Rojo. Wallace just managing to keep on his feet there, and the kick is good with 4:07 left to go in the second quarter. It's a 35-20 lead. The Patriots doing the unexpected here in the championship. All right, so one day we'll get used to this, or hopefully one day we'll get a camera that doesn't.
Apologize from everybody watching. Should be used to this by now. I've been doing it all season.
No, not with this camera. This is the first time we've been using this one tonight. We should be using it at other games, but haven't had the opportunity to do so as we head into this kickoff for the Patriots with just over 4 minutes left to go before halftime.
I'll say it after this.
Yeah, as back to receive is Jefferson. He picks it up left side. Jefferson staying on his feet. Goes to about the 45-yard line, and it'll be a first down for South Haven, very close to midfield.
Yeah, and one thing I want to say, I feel like I doubted South Haven. I mean, they are my arch nemesis rivals. But I feel like I kind of doubted them. I didn't expect them to come out, be leading by 15 points, heading into 4 minutes left of the second quarter. South Haven is showing me a South Haven I've never seen before.
Yeah, and we saw a little bit of that teaser of a potential teaser of what we could expect in the championship when they faced Webb last week down here on Lagler Field. And it was Isaiah and I on the call for that one. And you guys saw what Christian Community was potentially capable of, but it looks like they're not showing the performance just yet that they have in that semi, as Isaiah Webb is tripped up in the backfield for a sack.
And what a play by number 44. I'm sorry that I don't know his name. I'm sure
that's Patino.
And what a diving play. He had him on his arm, wasn't going to let him go, and then right when he's about to break away, he just dove off and stayed with him and was able to bring him back.
That's Josu Patino, a 2-year senior at 5'9" and 200 pounds, making the play there to get the sack on the Colts as it's 2nd and 15.
Now watch that formation they just ran where he kind of does that little loop kind of thing, because that's what they use to pretty much pick apart FCA.
Here's a high snap. Rowley with the toss across the middle. It's caught. Reception by Brooks Pugh, brought down by several Patriots players. That's Dang and Wallace to bring him down, but a big gain for Christian Community.
I'm loving this. This is a natural football game. Running it, pounding it up and down the field, and then when you need it, air it out, and it's working for both sides.
So the Colts are trying to get another score here to lower the deficit as we head into the closer to the halftime there. The Colts and Patriots battle it out here in this MTAC championship. 2 minutes, 50 seconds left to go before we head to halftime. The Colts are keeping it intense here. 1st and 10 in Patriots territory on the 37-yard line. Here's Webb again, taking a rush on the right side. Manages to avoid a tackle. Isaiah Webb going on the right side, avoiding several tackles. Isaiah Webb finally brought down by Emmanuel Ding, just short of the goal line. 1st and goal.
I can just feel it in your voice. You were about to say Isaiah Webb for the touchdown.
It was close there. It looked like he was going to be into the end zone, but Emmanuel Ding, the freshman, making the stop there. Emmanuel Ding has made a name for himself, too, on this season.
Yes, he has. And what is he, a sophomore or freshman?
He's a freshman already.
Yeah, and I saw him. I talked a little bit with James with him at the beginning of the season because me and James went to a practice. And just we're watching some of the more younger guys, seeing what was coming up. And we also went to a JV game, and he was one of the guys that stood out a lot to us in watching those. So he's going to be something when he grows up.
See how Emmanuel Dang performs going into the rest of this game. So we actually will look at his stats in just a moment. As here are the Patriots. As the ball is loose, and it's loose again. Picked up by the Colts. A huge loss on the play. It'll be 2nd and goal. An unfortunate mistake made there by the Colts, trying to get another score on the board.
Oh, he's number 2. I'm sorry, I don't know his name.
That's Nathaniel Rowley is down on the field right now. Ooh. Fortunately, the junior down again. He was on the sideline earlier, so we're going to take an injury timeout. Back live, Nathaniel Rowley is limping off of the field. He'll be looked at by the training staff. We'll get an update from James Shannon when he has it. That's a big loss for the Colts. His season stats, including the playoffs, 1,357 passing yards, net an average of 123 yards per game, 30 touchdowns on the season, only 2 interceptions, and his quarterback rating 132.3. So Nathaniel Rowley, a big asset for the Colts. So he'll be looked at on the sideline. Here's the backup quarterback for the Colts. He's rushing on the left side. He's tripped up in the backfield. Colton Rollins, the senior, tripped up for a huge loss. 3rd down and goal on the 23-yard line is where they're going to spot it. So the Colts have a huge deficit to overcome to try and get a touchdown.
Yeah, and they do have a field goal kicker, but I don't know if he can kick it this far.
Yeah. It's interesting to see. I want to thank all of you guys for making this our record-breaking consistent views. We broke it last week with the semis, 20 to 25 consistent viewers on both broadcasts, and now we have a consistent 58, around 60 people now. Be sure to invite all your friends to watch this 8-man football championship as Rollins is tripped up by several Patriots players there. Tripped up by Fitch and, I believe it, or excuse me, that's not Fitch. That was, 55, Nate Green, and I believe Saver.
Senior Nate Green.
Yeah, Nate Green making
also
the tackle there.
Also invited to the All-Star game.
Yes, he was. Let's see. So 20 seconds running down in the second quarter. I believe the Colts are just going to try and run it down here. And it looks like it may be the end of the first half. Are they going to let it run down? They may, I believe they may take it, and they do call a timeout here. With 1 second left on the board before halftime, it's a 35-20 lead. The Colts looking to get another score to lessen the deficit in this MTAC championship. Three seconds left on the clock as it's a toss over on the left side, caught by the Colts, number 10, Micah Jones, going into the end zone. Micah Jones for the Colts touchdown at the end of the second quarter.
Are there buzzer beaters in football? Because I think we just saw one.
We may have just seen one right there. As the clock reads 4 seconds, but I think that should have been run down to the end.
Yeah, I don't think that's right.
Unless they was at 7 seconds that the ref ruled potentially, but it says 4 seconds on the game clock. Not sure.
Oh, there it goes.
There we are. It's run down fully. So
we got that little.
yeah, it's just a little there as we head to the 2-point conversion attempt here for the Colts. We're going to try and get an interview with Coach Jason Zimmerman before he goes into the halftime locker room, and with Coach Jordan Flanders as he comes out of the halftime locker room. We'll see if we can get those interviews momentarily. And they won't. It's a timeout called by the Colts before the 2-point conversion attempt. So almost halftime here in Bell Buckle. Final play occurring here for the second half. Here's Rollins. Toss on the right side. The 2-point conversion is good. 35-28 the score at the end of the second quarter. The Patriots are only down by 7 in this MTAC championship.
How about that? They were going to be down by 15 points heading to the half. Coaches was like, we're not going to just lay down. We're going to take our one more play. Call the timeout. Ran the play, got the touchdown, and now they're only down by 7.
All right, and I believe Isaiah Austin may be trying to get a sideline interview here with Coach Jason Zimmerman. We'll see if he can get him on the field. Zimmerman running towards the players, and we may not get that sideline interview before halftime here. Zimmerman just wanted to make sure to talk with his players at the halftime break.
Can we blame him?
Of course not. With an intense game like this, we don't want to blame him. I'm sure James will try to get an interview with Jordan Flanders going out of the halftime locker room, as well as we'll get the interview with Jason Zimmerman. But for now, Trent and I are going to analyze the game for you with our faces showing. Hello, everyone. Spencer Thompson and Trent Legate. Let's try and get this camera angled up here. Spencer Thompson and Trent Legate on call for the MTAC championship here. 35-28 the score at halftime. Literally, no one would have expected this score to be with South Haven on top. Maybe people would have thought it would be the other way around with the Colts leading, but the Patriots have come here to play. That's been proven.
Yeah, I mean, and I've watched both teams this whole entire season. We've kept up with the scores and the stats, and I just had a feeling CCS was just going to come in, do their usual thing, and run them over. But South Haven is probably build up a wall where they can't just drive down the road anymore, because they're just fighting like I've said so many times during the broadcast. This is a South Haven I've never seen before. This is a new South Haven team. They came ready to play. They've been fired up, pumped all week. Probably talking to their mom and dads about it all week, how they can't wait to go down to Bell Buckle and beat CCS. Which isn't me saying beat CCS, but probably what they would be saying.
Yeah, and the other thing is that CCS unfortunately hasn't been going through this unfortunate slump here. But what is South Haven doing right for them to have this lead?
They're just calling the right plays. The coaching has been incredible. The players, you can just see it on the field, and you can just watch them by the actions they're doing. Their heart is 110% into this game right now, and their brain is completely occupied in just what's happening on the field. Nothing outside is bothering them. Like I said, these teams are used to championships, and they're used to trophies. But South Haven, after that slump they were in last year, they want to bring one back, and I like how Xavier isn't just the only piece of this. It's Rojo. It's number 10. I'm sorry, I forget.
Wallace.
It's been Nate Green. It's been all the seniors. It's been the leadership, which has brought South Haven to where they are right now in the game.
So 35-28. We'll be back in about 12 and a half minutes for coverage of the second half. You've been watching this 8-man extreme broadcast of the MTAC Football Championship. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the MTAC 2017 Varsity Football Championship. 35-28, the Patriots of South Haven Christian School leading the Colts of Christian Community School as we go into the third quarter. Spencer Thompson and Trent Legate on the call here up in the top of the booth here at Lagler Field in Bell Buckle, Tennessee. James Shannon on the sideline for the Colts and Isaiah Austin on the sideline for the South Haven Patriots. So our camera is having a little bit of issues here. If it gives us issues, then we'll be able to easily get an iPhone up here to replace as a webcam. But as of now, we're trying to get the signal in here and just plug this cable in here, Trent, and we should be good to go. So the kickoff here for the Patriots. There's a kickoff by Kobe Rowe. Fair catch called by the Colts' Micah Jones. And the Colts start out on offense as the Patriots receive the first half. So we look at how the first half went for both of these teams. Still intense. The Colts trying to get a stronghold in this game as they have not had a single lead throughout the entire game. They've been within one score, but how do they get a lead here?
Well, you got to look at CCS's point of view. They're not used to this. They're not used to be trailing in the half because undefeated teams aren't used to that because they're undefeated for a reason.
Here's a reversal as 17 of the Colts. Devon Jefferson is running down the left sideline, and he's going to be called out of bounds. They're going to spot him at the 30-yard line in Patriots territory. A great run by Jefferson, but they're...
And Xavier Vincent was a little... he got up a little slow right then coming off the play, and let's just think if South Haven loses him.
Yeah, Xavier Vincent, as Trent said, just a little bit slow to get up. Looks like he's pushing through the rest of the game as everything is on the line tonight here in Bell Buckle. So here's motion on the play. Fake handoff. There goes Colton Rollins up the middle. Colton Rollins weaving through to the 15-yard line. So another first down. The Colts are in the red zone.
Yeah, and it looked like he had if he made a cut to the right, he had plenty of green to get about 10 more yards on that play. But good job by CCS, coming out here, getting the kickoff, coming out here and just having their foot on the gas.
So the Colts, with just over 11 minutes left in the third quarter, on offense here, handed off to Isaiah Webb again. Webb on the right side. Flag is thrown to a flag in the backfield on the right side. Isaiah Webb is in the end zone for a touchdown, but it looks like it's going to come back here. Flags thrown by both officials. It's a block in the back call on the offense, so they're going to move this ball back.
Yeah, it looks like both those plays, Ron has been in at quarterback. When Raleigh is their starting quarterback, don't know if he's injured or if they just pulled him out of the game or if he's going to be coming back in.
And looking on the sideline here to see if Nathaniel Rowley is there. It doesn't look like it is. We'll see if James Shannon can give us something as soon as he can. But for now, it looks like Rollins is limping up a little bit on the sideline. We'll see if James Shannon can get us a report in just a few minutes. As it's now first and 20 for the Colts. Motion on the play here. Rollins hands it off to Webb again. Isaiah Webb, another flag on the play in the backfield as Webb cuts back to the other side, trying to stay on his feet. No tackles by the Patriots as Isaiah Webb is going to go into the end zone again for a touchdown, but there are flags everywhere. What's going on with the Patriots here?
I don't know. I have no idea what just happened right there. How many flags can you count out there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So every official, surprised there was no hats thrown.
All right, it looks like our camera battery is about to die here, so I'm going to get our iPhone camera set up so it can record here for us. Trent, why don't you to address a little bit what's going on with the teams down there?
What? Well,
there was no hold right there.
I didn't see the hand signal, so I'm sorry about that, everybody. No, holding and blocking the back. So that's going to march CCS in a deep hole, going all the way back. It looks like it's going to be 37 and.
The hold was down there around the 20.
So everybody, 37-1 from what it looks like from here. Jefferson goes in motion. Rollins drops back. Fumble is out. Southaven recovers it. Xavier Vincent is still on his feet. Going to trot into the end zone. Touchdown, Southaven. Xavier Vincent. And 21 was able to get back there to Rollins and force the fumble. And beautiful scoop and score. And I really hope I was able to get that for y'all. That's a beautiful play by the defense. Able to just get that pressure back to Rollins, make him strip the ball from him, and just get that great pickup by Xavier Vincent. Stayed on his feet and got into the end zone. And the kick is good. So at the start of the third quarter, it is Southaven at 42 and CCS at 28 with 10 minutes and 21 seconds left to go in the third quarter.
Back live here. We apologize again for the issues with the camera, just trying to get everything configured so that we will not have any issues here. We're trying to get this sorted out. Flags thrown. Let's try one more thing here and see if we can get this back up and running.
Ball start for the kicking team.
Plug it in, see if it does work. Just trying to see if this will do anything on the USB here. Let's see, still saying USB power supply. This is giving us a little bit of issues here with this camera. We're trying to figure it out as we head to the kickoff here. It's received by the Colts. There's a rush by 17 on the right side. Colts have a good rush there for Devon Jefferson. Another first down here for the Colts, and we will get the other camera set up here. We'll get the other camera set up here in just a moment for you guys. All right, so I'm going to give you just an audio broadcast here real quick while we're getting this other camera set up. It's a fumble. Isaiah Webb loses the football but picks it back up. He's down on the 50-yard line, so a loss of about 3 yards on the play. 2nd and 13. Trent trying to get this tripod set up here as our camera unfortunately died. We're going to have it charging in fourth quarter. We should be able to fully use it. We apologize for the unfortunate inconvenience here as we're trying to get this camera. We may need to get a new camera as we continue on here in this to next season. We'll probably have to get a new camera here, one that will charge and film at the same time. So a rush in the backfield. Tripped up is Isaiah Webb in the backfield. Now 3rd down and 15. So 3rd down and 15 here. So a timeout called by the Colts here. 9:12 left to go in the third quarter. It's 42-28. Lead for the Patriots over the Colts. So it looks like a offsides call on the defense. They'll move this forward 5 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 10 for Christian Community. We're almost done getting that iPhone camera set up. It should be good now. We apologize. It is a little bit more laggy than usual. Let me get this software up here. Let's go ahead and try to get this reconnected. Again, we apologize for the delay in trying to get this software up here. We're just trying to make it so that it's fully working for you. All right, let me see here. All right. Now, almost there, ladies and gentlemen. So it's now 4th down and 4. Okay, camera should be up now for you, ladies and gentlemen. We should be fully fine now. Just a little bit of lag there. Again, we apologize for the delay trying to get this camera up here. We know what we're replacing for next season is our camera here, and it may be a little bit laggy on the video quality there, but it should be fully good. Here's 4th down and 4, and the flags thrown here. A delay of game on the offense. They're moving it back 5 yards for a 4th and 9. Coach Flanders really infuriated with that one there, Trent.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like CCS is just shooting themselves in the foot and just, if they're not 6 feet, well, I'm not going to say that, but they just keep on shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah, just having an unfortunate turn of events here as it's handed off. There goes 17 to Christian Community. Jefferson again rushing on the left side. Devon Jefferson is off to the races. Touchdown, Christian Community.
That's a great run. I'm just the amount of talent on the field, especially at the running back position, is out of my mind. You have Jefferson and Webb, and then on South 7 side you have Xavier Vincent. The talent is endless, it seems like.
Talent very much endless, as we've seen tonight, as the South Haven Patriots lead. Looks like the Patriots still lead by 8, but it may be brought down to 6 here, depending on what Christian Community can do in this 2-point conversion attempt. Here's Rollins, fakes the handoff to Webb, tries rushing up the middle, flags thrown. The 2-point conversion attempt is no good, but we will see what the flag call is here. We'll see what the officials call here. It's a face mask call on the defense, so they'll reattempt the try with the ball being moved half the distance to the goal. There's a Patriots player down. 44 of the Patriots. Josu Patino is down, the 2-year senior. So we're going to take an injury timeout here. It's a beautiful night here in Bell Buckle, Tennessee. Again, we apologize for the camera lag. That'll be fixed when the camera fully charges. Fourth quarter, we'll be using it entirely as we're stuck to an iPhone camera right now. Here's Colton Rollins up the middle. 2-point conversion is good. It's 42-36 with 7:39 left to go in the third quarter. The Patriots still leading as we get a good shot of the moon right there, just in between the clouds. Full moon out tonight in this MTAC championship of varsity football. It's kind of hard to see with the spotlights got in the way, but you could still see the bright light there reflected off of the moon.
Well, I don't know what's more beautiful, this game, this empty portrait when they both teams stepped onto the field, and now it's just painted with so many different colors, and it's like it's abstract right now. It's pretty much as beautiful as the moon so far.
Yeah, the game has certainly proven to be very, very amazing. Although it's not the beautiful game as soccer is referred to. It's because of it being football, it's not the beautiful game as that's soccer, but we'll of course see how it goes with an onside kick attempt. The FCA tried this and a big hit by
He was hit by 8 guys.
yeah, big hit. Wait a minute. The ball is down. The referees are ruling it. It's in possession to the Patriots. It looked like it was a turnover on downs.
I hope that guy's okay though, because
Looks like there is another South Haven player down. And the coach Zimmerman asking, how is that not a late hit?
I'm pretty sure that's Nate Green.
Looks like Nate Green is down on the field, so we'll take another injury timeout. So back live here at Lagler Field. Nate Green is back up and heading to the sideline. So they're going to look at, the medical staff will look at him in South Haven. Isaiah Austin will give us an update as soon as he is aware.
And now this is Nate's last game unless he goes to the All-Star game.
Actually, looking at the stats, I don't believe he was invited to the All-Star game. It was Xavier Verlul and ref from South Haven who were sent invitations. Maybe he's on the reserves. But fortunately, this may be his last game of his high school career.
And you don't want to see him. You don't want to see a high school career end like that.
Of course, you never want to see it end on an injury. Because unfortunately, Cole Warren had to experience the night before his FCS-FCA game as Vincent runs up the middle for a gain of 3 yards. 2nd down and 7. It looks like there's another player down for the Colts. It looks like Derek Jefferson is down, so just another unfortunate injury we're seeing here. Derek Jefferson down. We'll see about what happens with him. Unfortunately, another injury timeout.
He's back up.
Actually, that's right. It's just a slight timeout there, but Derek Jefferson is going to head to the sideline. The medical staff will look at him for Christian Community. So South Haven on 2nd and 6. Ball on the 48-yard line.
Ooh, that's something you don't want to see. Back-to-back plays, player goes down.
And never want to see that as Wallace takes the rush on the left side. We haven't heard much from him as Isaac Wallace rushing to the left side, out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Isaac Wallace with a big gain into Colts territory. So the Colts defense, unfortunately, not having any success here tonight, allowing 42 points past them. And of course, the South Haven defense allowing 36 points past them. So both defenses just having some struggles here tonight. Cannot cope with either's offenses. Xavier Vincent is going to several flags on the play, but Vincent is going to be loss of a yard on the play pending the penalties.
I wish we had the stat for how many flags have been thrown today.
And it's a call over on Christian Community. I didn't see what the face mask called on the Colts. So they're going to move that. They're going to move this ball forward, I believe 15 yards. And I believe it's an automatic first down. We'll see what the down marker actually has not been moved yet. The chain gang's not moved either, so they're going to. Clock continues to wind down with 7 minutes left in the third quarter. 2nd down and 5. Wallace again. Manages to get maybe a yard or 2 on the play. 3rd down and 4. And another player slow to get up for the Patriots, but it looks like they all are back up, so good to see no injuries thus far. But how about Isaac Wallace making a name for himself now in the 3rd quarter?
I mean, I haven't heard of his name so far this season, and he's imprinted his name now into my head forever.
Of course, it's a 1-year senior for the Patriots, so he's only been with South Haven for 1 year in 8-man football, so making his name here as Vincent tries rushing up, immediately met by several Colts players.
You mentioned that, and he comes from Texas, I believe, and where he originally played 6-man football.
That's an even smaller place to do that. You see, we cover 8-man football. I wonder who covers 6-man football. I know in Texas they probably cover it a huge amount, but
in Texas is probably 1-man football.
there's even 1-man football, just one-on-one, maybe something along those lines. As it's 3rd down and 4.
Drills, and they're done every day in practice.
What was that, James?
One-on-one football is called drills, and it's done every day in practice everywhere.
Yes, of course. As toss on the left side caught by Wallace. Rojo with the pass and a 1st down for South Haven on the 19-yard line. Patriots in the red zone.
We couldn't stop saying his name if we wanted to.
Yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to stop saying it the rest of the night if he keeps it up. So it's 1st and 10 in the red zone. Patriots trying to get another score here as they lead already by 6. Vincent again tripped up by the defense. The Christian Community defense is actually starting to cope with Xavier Vincent's dominant rushing game. Of course, for Xavier Vincent on rushing, he leads the team with 1,238 rushing yards, average of 12 yards per carry, and a total of 22 touchdowns on the season. So a lot of big stats there for Xavier Vincent.
Do we have the stats for how many points against CCS has been all season?
We'd have to look at the results per team. I believe James Shannon will probably get that up there as the encyclopedia of sports. And here's a catch by number 5 of the Patriots for the touchdown. Emmanuel Deng, the freshman, getting a score in the championship.
Now that's something you want. You're a freshman. Get you used to this championship vibe. You got your touchdown. Woo! South Haven, they're coming to show some people that they need to be recognized in this league with them only being in it for their 2nd year.
And Kobe Rojo set to kick the extra point here. South Haven certainly proving as of now that they are not an easy team, as many people wrote them off. The extra point is good, 49-36. 4:44 left to go in the 3rd quarter. It's a 13-point lead for the Patriots in this MTAC championship. So we do have an injury update that we'll get after this kickoff here from Isaiah Austin. He has something on Nate Green, so he's at least been looked at, and we'll hear what the potential injury is and if there is time frame on if he's coming back. And here's a high kick by Rojo, and fair catch called by 4 of the Colts. Brooks Pugh, Colts back on offense. Isaiah, what do you got?
Well, Green came out of the game on the onside kick, and he got hit pretty hard. It looks like his knee that he's had some issues with. So he got attended to by the trainer, got stressed out a little bit, is moving around. Looks like coach is going to put him back in.
All right, thanks, Isaiah. Hopefully we'll see Nate Green. He actually is back in the game. He's on the defensive line here.
Speak of the devil.
Yeah, so he's back in the game. So Nate Green, not too serious of an injury as he's trying to help his team win their first MTAC championship.
And after this, I'm pretty sure James has gotten what we've asked ready and prepared to tell us.
James, you got those stats for us? I don't believe he does yet. He'll be getting those for us in just a moment. As here's the rush on the left side, 17 of the Colts, making a good rush, free through. It's Devon Jefferson to the end zone. No flags. Touchdown, Christian Community.
I'm telling you, man, I like this game so far. I'm really enjoying this game. It looks like it's going to become to who can make the defensive stop to win the game.
This almost reminds us of what we saw against Franklin Classical and Webb at this same field here in the regular season, the 50-48 victory for Webb, on how it came down to defensive stops and who would make the biggest stop. And Webb made that in that game against Cole Warren on the final drive.
Yeah, and let's see if James Shannon has the numbers ready.
All right, so guys, all season long, CCS opponents only scored 92 points against them. They held them under 100 points against 11 opponents. The opponent that scored the most against them, believe this or not, of course, Lighthouse Christian scored 20 on them, but the Tennessee Heat, early in the season, third game of the year, put up 22 points on the Colts. Of course, 2 touchdowns late, but only 92 points. And guys, obviously, other than this touchdown, this sideline was pretty dejected, and you got to think, Lighthouse was leading them in the first quarter of that ball game, but they have not had the lead in the third quarter this entire year. So this is imperative. Teams have not been able to keep up with them in the second half. It's imperative to see how CCS reacts from this.
Yeah, so CCS, the Patriots could say they have put up the most points regardless of win or loss. They put up the most points against the Christian Community Colts.
Well, I think Southaven is stumped at that.
Yeah, especially, and the Patriots did come into this game very wanting so much to perform well, and they have so far, as we've seen throughout this game. 4:28 left to go in the third quarter as the Patriots lead 49-42.
Well, I hope Nate Green isn't scared. And it looked like he was, getting ready for them to do it again.
We'd like to thank you once again for tuning into tonight's broadcast on YouTube with the A-Man Extreme channel. Spencer Thompson and Trent Legate on call at Lagler Field in the Webb School as Vincent picks up the ball at the 15-yard line. Vincent to the 21-yard line for the return. But again, Spencer Thompson and Trent Legate on call here from Bell Buckle, Tennessee. James Shannon on Christian Community's sideline and Isaiah Austin on South Haven's sideline.
What is the score to this game?
49-42 with 4:23 left to go in the third quarter. South Haven leading over the Patriots, which South Haven leading over the Patriots is the wrong thing to say. The South Haven Patriots leading over the Christian Community Colts. Now, again, Trent, a lot of people wrote off the Patriots on the season. They said, the Patriots, they're facing easy teams other than CCS. They haven't played anybody in the South. So tell me, with this, they're proving everybody wrong, of course, but how is it that they've been able to prove it wrong against the unbeaten team so far in the North? We'll get to that as Wallace is going up the middle for a big rush, and he'll get the first down, or maybe just shy of the first down marker. So the Patriots have a good gain there by Isaac Wallace. But tell me, how is it that they are able to prove to everybody that they shouldn't be written off? How are they able to do that against the only unbeaten team in MTAC?
Well, if you're going to want to make a statement, you're going to want to make the biggest statement you can. And this is the biggest statement that they can make. So if they beat them, they're going to be a team a lot of teams talk about where we're kind of worried about going up there to face South Haven if they can pull this off. And already, from what they have shown us, like I've said so many times already, this is a different South Haven team than from what I've watched before.
So here's 1st and 10 as a rush up the middle by Vincent. He'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage or lose a yard on that play as it's 3rd down. Again, Vincent just being stopped by the Colts defense. Tommy Thornton, the defensive coordinator for the Colts, telling everybody that this rush game by Xavier Vincent needs to stop, and he's been doing that well so far.
Well, I mean, they haven't faced anybody like Xavier besides when they faced Xavier. He's just a different type of running back, and just the power he brings, the speed he brings, and the cut, the initial cut that he brings, and his ball carry vision. He's a perfect running back you want to have on your high school team.
And he's been perfect so far this season. As it's second down, toss on the left side. No whistle blown yet.
He never turned to play the ball. He's got to play the ball.
The whistle finally blown by a side official saying it was incomplete, and it's now 3rd down and 9. But is there a flag on the play? No.
Well, did Nate Green go out for the pass, or was he just confused? Because it looked like he was full on run block.
It looked like it may have been a miscommunication there by the South Haven Patriots, because Green was blocked by 33 of the Colts. That was Dodder was blocking him, and Dodder got a hand on it, but it didn't look like Green was aware.
If you're the offensive wide receiver, you got to look back at the ball.
Yeah, it's important regardless of, the pass or not, or maybe it was just confusion as Rojo in the shotgun toss right. Vincent catches it across the middle, 1st down and more. Xavier Vincent is being tackled from behind. A flag is thrown, but he's going to be stripped the ball. Picked off by 32 of the Colts. Derek Jefferson has the ball, and it's still an active ball. 2 flags on the play. This may be brought back and voided, but a stripped ball by Derek Jefferson. How are the referees going to sort this one out?
He's hurt.
Derek Jefferson is down on the field, unfortunately, but there are 2 flags back at midfield, so I think they may not call the strip by Jefferson. They may call it void, but Jefferson is struggling on the field right now. So their medical staff going to view with him, and we'll see what the referees sort out here. So they're going to call a block in the back, it looks like.
We're waiting. Clear block in the back.
Yeah. So there's a block in the back. It is called on the offense. It's declined. The result of the play is a turnover on downs. Dodder with a good strip from Vincent. And the Colts have new life in this championship. We're going to take an injury timeout. So the player Dodderer has hobbled over to the sideline. He's being looked at by the medical staff as it's 1st and 10 for the Colts after a strip by Dodderer as Klein hands it off. Here goes Devon Jefferson across the middle. Several South Haven players wrapping up and tackling at the 26-yard line.
Well, I want to make some corrections. That's Jefferson that was injured, and that was Colton Rollins that just handed the ball off, not Klein.
Yeah,
it's all right. Even the best can make a mistake.
Yeah, I thought it was Dodder who was injured on the play, but so 32.
Number 33.
Yeah, Jefferson is going to be being looked at by the training staff, and Dodderer was the one who had the carry on that play. So here's 2nd down and 7. Ball snapped. Fake handoff by Rowley. It's handed off. Tripped up in the backfield. Big tack by Esteban Covington. And another injury here for the Colts.
That's Jefferson.
There's Devon Jefferson is unfortunately down on the field. So Derek Jefferson will be looked at. And now the Jefferson, I believe, are going to be looked at on the sideline. And another injury timeout here, but Esteban Covington is actually a sophomore at 6'4", 160 pounds. He's got 2 more years of football in him.
Yeah, he's probably going to be something dominant, but that's both
that
the
reminds
Jefferson
me
brothers.
That reminds me of Phenomenon Josh Austin from Franklin Classical School.
That's both Jeffersons going down right there, and I wouldn't want to be the parent. You know, mom's feeling this.
Yeah, we saw that a little bit in the 2015 MTAC championship with FCA and CCS, where there was an injury on the onside kick recovery at the last second, where one of the players, unfortunately, I believe, was a head-on collision, and one of the players was down for a long time as Jefferson is taken off the field. He will be looked at. So 3rd down for the Colts. I believe it's 3rd down and 12. And again, we're noticing on our OBS, don't freak out if the stream is like skipping on the video. Unfortunately, that's what the iPhone quality is giving us right now. The camera will be charged up and ready for the 4th quarter, and it should be fully charged up and ready to go as soon as we get back. As here's Rowley across the middle, toss, overthrown, incomplete, intended for Micah Jones. Just a little bit high there as it's now 4th down and 12. What do you do here on 4th down and 11, especially this late in the game?
Well, you go for it. I mean, you kind of have to. You don't get the kicker. What's the use of punting it, you know? So you go for it. You give it to – you pick the play that you think is right. I mean, you got to stay confident as a coach. You have gotten yourself here for a reason by running the plays when you think they need to be ran.
So here's 4th down and 12. They are going to go for it here. So here's Rowley, fakes the handoff. He's brought down. Ball is loose. And it's picked up by the Colts. It's actually turnover on downs. The Colts picked it up, and the Patriots have it back on offense with 1:23 left to go in the 3rd quarter.
So I'm seeing a totally different South Haven team. But I'm seeing a totally different CCS team in the wrong way.
Fortunately, CCS not succeeding tonight as much as they would hope to be, but we may see that later throughout the rest of the game, of course. As it's 1st down and 10 for South Haven. Rojo with two men in the shotgun. Rojo hands it off to Vincent again, going up the middle. Xavier Vincent, meeting several players, gets about a gain of 8 yards on the play, 2nd down and 2.
Xavier Vincent, I feel like this is all I've been talking about is him. It's just every single time he gets a hand on the ball, and defensive line and middle linebackers for CCS has been containing him pretty well throughout this game. But I want to see some more defense. I want to see a pick six, a scoop and score or something from either teams. Because if you look at the score, a lot of people are going to say, well, I guess there's no defense play in that game.
And here's another rush by Wallace going up the middle. Isaac Wallace avoiding several tackles, and he's going to have to be brought down by 3 Christian Community players. He's pushing through. Isaac Wallace, the 1-year senior for South Haven, all the way to the 20-yard line.
I'm just going to guess that the refs were out of breath because that's the only thing I can think about them not blowing the whistle, giving them, he could have gotten hurt or something could have happened there. You got to blow the whistle a little bit earlier.
Looks like Derek Jefferson was a little bit slow to get up to, the official talking to him. And they're going to continue. It looks like Derek Jefferson is clenching his leg a little bit. And they will stop it. There is an injury. Derek Jefferson back in the game quickly. As we have 32 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Jefferson just having a little bit of injury issues. He's going to have to go off to the sideline. And coming in for him is Jacob Ross, the 2-year senior. He's mostly defensive end at 6 foot 185.
Definitely to see Jefferson walking, younger Jefferson walking to a sideline. He didn't want to come out of that. He didn't want to get. He wanted that play and he wanted to stay in.
Yeah, so Derek Jefferson, the sophomore, will be looked at on the sideline as it's 1st and 10 in the red zone for the Patriots. Here's ball snapped, handed off to Vincent again, left side. Xavier Vincent has room, and he's going to find his way into the end zone for a Patriots touchdown.
I don't know. South Haven is different. I'm going to just keep on saying it. They look so different to me. Maybe I just need to open my eyes during the regular season because this is how good South Haven actually is. But wow is all I can say is wow.
Another extra point attempt here for the Patriots. Kobe Rojo has had several extra points kicked tonight, and he's going to make it no good. It's a 55-42 ball game. 19 seconds left in the 3rd quarter in this MTAC championship. The Patriots on their way. The Colts trying to fight back. So here's another onside kick attempt picked up by the Colts, and loose is 10 of the Colts. Micah Jones on the right side. Micah Jones, a flag thrown. There's a little bit of space for him here, and he's brought down by 80 of the Patriots. Cole Laird, the freshman. So we'll see what the refs call here. There was a flag thrown by an official at about the 35-yard line in Patriots territory. There's another. Looked like there may have been an injury there for Micah Jones, but nothing yet. As well. The referee calls an illegal block in the back on the receiving team, so they're going to move it back. So illegal block in the back on the Colts, and they'll move this back to the 45-yard line in their own territory. A good return by Micah Jones, but unfortunately not able to count it for past midfield because of the penalty. 45-yard line in their own territory. The Colts, here's Colton Rollins, rushing on the left side, has space, steps out of bounds at the 43-yard line. And that's the end of the third quarter. 55-42, the Patriots lead by 13 over the Colts in this MTAC championship. We're getting the second camera set up here for you, ladies and gentlemen. The players have switched sides of the field, and the Colts are on offense. 1st and 10 on the 44-yard line. So we'll give a radio broadcast until we get this camera mounted on the tripod. As long as we're giving you coverage of the championship here, that's the important thing in this intense game. 12 minutes left of regulation as the Patriots lead the Colts. All right, looks like we're good as Rollins is going to run on the right side here. Rollins almost pulled out of bounds. He's still on his feet, staying in bounds out at the 38-yard line. Good gain for the Patriots.
Yeah, now this is your last 12 minutes you got for CCS to get up 13 points and make a defensive stop. And you got to come together as a team and as a program and really just make your minds focus on the ultimate goal and just winning the ball game, getting your championship trophy if they really want this.
Here's 2nd down and 5 for the Colts. Here's another fake handoff, and it's given to Isaiah Webb, rushing, cutting back inside. Isaiah Webb just weaving through, but he's almost gets tackled there. Isaiah Webb staying on his feet, weaving through, and finally brought down at the 19-yard line. But there's a Colt player down. Can't see who's down. It's Madden for the Colts. See where he is on the roster here. I don't see Madden. Josh Madden, the freshman. Kyle Madden is down at 89. He's a 4-year senior, mostly a guard and defensive tackle, so he's unfortunately down on the field. But how about Isaiah Webb to stay on his feet and completely avoid all those tackles until his leg was nudged in there, Trent?
I don't know. It's like I've been telling you, it's Webb and Xavier, questionably the two best running backs in MTAC going at it, and from what you see from X, expect it out of Webb. You know what? They're both crazy athletes, crazy running backs. It's sad that there's another injury on the field. That's the 4th injury for CCS, and a good thing he's back up. He has to sit out of play, but good thing he's back up. In football, you don't like seeing injuries.
Yeah, you never like seeing injuries in football, of course, and South Haven was hit by the injury bug last year as they were down to essentially all of their freshmen and sophomores, with some of them now sophomores and juniors this year. All of them, unfortunately, had a losing season, no wins in their first MTAC regular season. But now on the cusp of getting a championship if they can hold out the score for another 11 minutes, as Colton Rollins in the backfield is going to be brought down for a sack.
Knocked up by his own player. Looks like Webb kind of ran into him on that play. And these are plays that unless these are new plays, these are plays they've been running all season, so they should be running near to perfection every single time they run it. And that's about the third time that someone has bumped into Rollins.
Now we're going to see if we can go down to James Shannon on the sideline. Hey, James, what's the overall attitude for Christian Community when they're down right now by 13?
Man, these guys, they haven't faced anything like this. That's like I said earlier, they haven't faced anything like this all year. They've been down in the first quarter, but they have not faced a team like this. You've got guys like Nate Green, number 55, the senior, who the initial report said that he might have torn his ACL, but he is still out there on the field and still making plays. Actually, I think he's on the sideline right now, but he's behind on the field making plays. And those guys laying it all out right now. And so CCS has not faced that. They've not faced a team that has bought in 100%. And so it's a completely new animal for them.
That was a rush by Isaiah Webb on the left side to bring down a 1st and goal for the Colts on the 6-yard line. So, again, Isaiah Webb just showing his dominance in this game, trying to get another touchdown in so that the Colts at least are within a few points of the Patriots. As here's Rollins. Rollins avoids a sack there, trying to avoid another one. Toss up in the end zone to no one there. Looked like Vincent could have gone for a diving interception there if he wanted to, but it won't go for that as it's 2nd and goal.
Well, I'm sure X is pretty tired, and
yeah, they've all played their hearts out so far.
yeah, and I've said this before that I feel like the team that's going to come up with the win is the teams that has their heart into the game fully, and they ain't thinking about nothing else but the game in each play.
We'll see if we can get an update from Isaiah Webb in just a few moments, but we're going to continue this drive. Isaiah Webb. We should get an update from him. Just be like, I'm playing a game. Don't get tapped into my headset here. We'll get an update from Isaiah Austin in a few moments as here's Colton Rollins, left side, rushing in, trying to get inside, and he does. Touchdown, Christian Community.
That was a great ball carry vision. Just seeing the hole, seeing that he had the speed to beat his guy, and just get into the red zone or end zone. Not red zone, end zone. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Colton Rollins is a 5-year senior for the Christian Community Colts. He's wanting to end his high school career with an MTAC championship, which they still have the chance to as they're within one score.
He was an all-star last year for the winning home team.
Yep, Rollins a 2016 all-star for home team as flags are thrown. The play ruled dead. And Rollins a 2017 all-star selected.
Yeah, he's a heck of a player. He's questionable to be, last year one of the best defensive players in MTAC as he led the nation, wasn't it, in sacks?
I believe he did. It was either I believe he led the nation in sacks, maybe by 12.5 possibly. We'd have to look back at that stat there as Rollins gets into the end zone for a 2-point conversion. 55-50 the score with 10:26 left to go in regulation. The Colts trying to take the lead in this MTAC championship.
have my headset.
All right, we're back here. Here's the field goal attempt just fallen on by a South Haven player. And it start from the 46-yard line. Isaac Wallace falling on it. All right, Isaiah Austin, what do you got for us on sideline?
Well, Coach Zimmerman and the coaching staff weren't very happy after that one, letting a 2-touchdown lead essentially slip away to a 5-point game. This game is anybody's ball game right now, and South Haven side is a little bit worried right now.
Yeah, they're South Haven having some concerns. They want to get another touchdown to potentially put away this game here as the Colts sideline chants defense, trying to encourage Tommy Thornton's defensive squad to make a stop here. As the ball is loose and the Colts fall on it. An unfortunate pitch by Rojo, and it's turned the other way. The Colts have the ball.
And if you weren't into this ball game already, you are now.
So a turnover on downs. Christian Community has possession.
And they could take the lead.
This could be their first lead of the night, unless pending another turnover on downs or whatever else happens. But they could very well take the lead for the first time in this championship. Is this your? First and 10 for Christian Community on the 45-yard line. Rollins goes to his left. Holden Rollins tosses it across. Incomplete, overthrown, intended for Jones. 2nd and 10. So the referee's having a discussion here. At least two of the officials discussing in the middle of the field. Doesn't look like anything will come from that. It's a penalty called on the offense. Looks like a personal foul called on the offense. So they're going to move this ball back. An unlucky break for the Colts. Not sure what the personal foul call was.
There was an altercation between the defensive lineman and Colton Rollins after that play.
All right, so a little bit of unsportsmanlike conduct there. So Austin giving that to us, it looked like personal.
And unlike us, the people watching, they can just rewind and watch that again and see what actually happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we need instant replay.
Not saying Isaiah's wrong.
We need instant replay here at some point, as it's 2nd down and about 25. Here's Isaiah Webb going across the middle, losing his feet a little bit, but stays up. Isaiah Webb, just a beast, going to the 43-yard line. Managing to stay on his feet for a good amount of time. Not a huge gain there, but it's 3rd down and long for the feet. Not for the feet, actually. It's for the Colts. I don't know why I'm saying the feet here. Maybe I need some caffeine in my system to start getting me back up there.
We've been running since 10 o'clock. So.
Yeah, that's right. 10 o'clock here because we helped broadcast that consolation game for Isaiah and Hunter. So
and what a brilliant job did they do.
Oh, yeah, they did fantastic in the consolation game. Hopefully we're doing sufficient here because we have 70 people watching the game. Unless those 70 people have us on mute. Who knows? That's very well what they could do. Hopefully we're doing good for you guys tonight as Klein fakes it, going across the middle completely unnoticed as Klein is running through to the 46-yard line. Just short of the first down marker, or the original down marker for the 1st and 10. So it's 4th down and 11.
Rollins, not Klein.
Rollins on the rush there.
Is sitting there without his pads on.
Yeah, that's right. Jalen Klein, unfortunately, injured without his pads on there, right?
Not injured. He was tossed out.
That's right. He got ejected from the last game, so he's not allowed to play in this one by MTAC rules. So 4th down and 11. Rollins tried to get some more gain on there. He got a lot of the deficit back, but a timeout called by Coach Flanders. 8:37 left to go in the 4th quarter. It's 55-50. The Patriots leading the Colts. So we're back here. The camera about to go back on live. And here we go. 4th down and 11 for the Colts. 8:37 left to go in the fourth quarter. It's a 55-50 lead for South Haven as it's handed off. Isaiah Webb trying to do a flea flicker, but he's still on his feet. Deep toss on the left side intended for Rollins. Incomplete. It's a turnover on downs for South Haven. Webb, a good job to stay on his feet there, but it's turned over the Patriots.
Good job to stay on your feet. You got X and number 61. I'm sorry I don't know his name. I didn't do my homework good enough. But have both of them hitting you and you're staying up, incredible. But was an incredible throw.
Yeah, it's a little bit overthrown, intended for Rollins there, but it's a turnover on downs, and the Patriots have the ball trying to get another touchdown to potentially put this game away as the Patriots start out on their own 46-yard line.
So we were wrong. They're not up. They don't have the lead.
We said they could, as there's Wells, as we're told it's pronounced there. He's going on the right side. Flags thrown. Yeah. You know, it's funny how we pronounced it Wellis the entire season, and only during the championship have we been told that it's pronounced Wills.
I always pronounce him as number 10 from South Haven.
Well, yeah, that's right. Because you didn't memorize the numbers. You said you didn't do your homework. That's different. Yeah. That's completely different there.
And somebody's down on the other side.
Looks like a Colts player is down.
That's good sportsmanship out there.
We'll see which Colts player is down on the sideline there. And good sportsmanship. Yeah, Rojo just making sure he's all right there. Just good sportsmanship by players. So we will take an injury timeout here. We'll see how player gets back up. All right, we are back now. Number 10 is going to have his legs stretched out. That's Micah Jones of Christian Community as it's 1st and 20 for the Patriots. Here's Wells on the right side. They'll stop him out of bounds at the 44-yard line. 8 minutes and running left in this ballgame. So about 2nd and 13. Second and 13 here for the Patriots. Two men in the shotgun with Rojo as it's handed off again. Gain of a few yards on the play. This brings up third down. The Patriots' attempted rush there was by Vincent.
Well, now it's 3rd and 11.
I'm wondering what they're going to do here. Likely a pass play. Unless, do you trust Vincent to try and take a rush on the outside?
From who's been playing better so far tonight, it's hard to say Wells or X. I would say go with Wells.
And we'll see how they perform here as it's 3rd down and 11. Here's Wells on the left side. He's going to be tackled down by Christian Community's Derek Jefferson back in the game.
Back what I just said.
So Wells a little bit slow to get up, but he's going to be brought up. He's just fine. 4th down and 15. So
It's like the punting team is coming onto the field.
yeah, you're going to have to punt it in this situation. You can't risk Christian Community getting a touchdown or getting possession this close.
But it's just one possession score right now.
So it's 4th down and 15 for the Patriots.
And they could block it.
It could be a blocked punt. Well, we've seen that kind of thing. They're not going to even go to charge after it as it's punted out of bounds at the 35-yard line. There's a Patriot down. Nate Green is down again. Nate Green is down again. There hasn't been – I didn't hear any whistles from the referees at all.
Me neither.
Yeah, I didn't hear any whistles there. So
what happened.
the ball went out of bounds on the punt, but there were no whistles by the officials to indicate the play
And
dead.
I don't know how number 33 on CCS got away with that. That was a really dirty hit on a player that had to go out with an injury just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, it looked like that. It's an unfortunate getting away with penalty there, but Nate Green is back up on his feet, ready to try to be a star for the defensive line of the Patriots here. So we may have to get the phone out again, as it looks like the camera battery is giving us some issues yet again. And I think we should potentially be fine until the next timeout break.
Oh, God.
So here's 1st down and 10. Timeout called by the Patriots. 5:59 left to go in the game. It's a 5-point lead for South Haven.
Patriots timeout.
And we're back. So the camera back online. Hopefully we can keep this battery alive for the rest of the championship. If not, we may have to switch to the iPhone again, unfortunately. Word of advice, don't buy a camera that can't record and charge at the same time. As Colton Rollins rushes on the left side, he's going to be brought down for a gain of about 2 yards on the play. It'll be about 2nd down. It's about 2nd down and... see where the 1st down, there it is, 2nd down and 9. So 2nd down and 9 here for the Colts. Trick play. They have 4 guys on the left side, only 1 person at center. Ball snapped, and Rollins is going to pitch it out. Here goes 17. Devon Jefferson on the right side. 1st down and more. Devon Jefferson looked like it could have been a horse collar there, but he's brought out of bounds.
They had him by the shoulder.
Okay, it was by the shoulder there. So he's spotted out of bounds at the 39-yard line. So another 1st and 10 for Christian Community. So here's first down and 10 on the 39-yard line. Ball snap, handed off. It's Jefferson again on the left side, avoiding several tackles. Flag thrown. Jefferson going to about a 6-yard gain. Second down, but flag thrown.
Hey, tell Webb to shake that off. He didn't do that.
4:52 left to go in this championship game for the Middle Tennessee Athletic Conference. Yeah, there was a flag on the end zone, or the sideline there. It's a holding call on the offense. So they're going to bring this ball back to the 50-yard line. So right at midfield for the Colts. It's going to be first down and 20. Actually, about maybe first down and 23.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a frustration is getting to the sideline of CCS right now because they're just not used to have their backs against the wall this season. Besides that FCA game, so the emotions might change a little bit.
It looks like they might here. It's another trick play attempted by the Colts. Motion here for Webb. Here's Rollins looking for the pass across the middle. Incomplete. Unfortunately, David West did not look back to try and catch the ball there. It's now third down and 20.
Third down, wasn't it? Just first down?
It looks like the down indicator was at second down there. Okay, so they fixed it there. It was just first down. It's now second down and 20. So they just had to fix it on the down indicator there. Again, our camera is having some battery issues here. If it dies on us, then we have a webcam instantly to turn around and at least somewhat broadcast the game until we get the camera charged back up. We're going to be replacing this camera after the season, I'll tell you that, or figuring out how to keep it from.
Really sorry for everybody that's watching us having to change it back and forth. You know you want to watch the game, but
unfortunately, tech issues giving us for this as it's a rush again by Jefferson up the middle. Jefferson getting a gain here. Jefferson gets a large gain. It'll be third down and 3 for the Colts.
That was a good play. And you've seen Wells try to strip the ball and just on him, and the refs are really hesitant in blowing the whistle in Apollo.
And unfortunately, they're not blowing the whistle. Another injury timeout here. Devon Jefferson down on the field, so we'll take an injury timeout. It's ruled a first down. The officials had to do a measurement.
I'm just trying to get as much juice as we can.
Yeah, we're trying to get as much power as we can to this battery to make sure that we stay live for you with the intense action. The 4 minutes and 1 second left in this championship game. As it's now first down and 10. It's a close measurement. First and 10 for Christian Community. Here goes Rowley in the shotgun. Hands it off. Isaiah Webb loose. Isaiah Webb into the end zone for a Colts touchdown.
And they have the lead.
The Colts, for the first time tonight, have taken the lead. Only one lead change this entire game, and it comes down with 3:39 left to go in the fourth quarter. And again, if the 2-point conversion is made here, a field goal would be necessary for the Patriots to tie it. But they have 3:39 left on the clock. Do you think the Patriots scored? We apologize. The camera has gone down now. The 2-point conversion attempt. I'll audio it for you here. It's a toss on the right side. It's good. Catch completed by Micah Jones. 3:39 left to go in the fourth quarter. 58-55. It's a 3-point game here in this MTAC championship. All right, so we've got the IV cam up, or we got the webcam up from the phone. Again, it's going to be a little bit iffy, unfortunately. It's going to be laggy, but as long as we get video to you, that's the important thing. Full moon is in sight as the lead is and the ball's loose. The Colts trying to chase after it, picked up by Xavier Vincent. Vincent on the left side gets tackled by 33 of the Colts. That's Jackson Dodder with the tackle. And the Patriots trying to score here. They're trying to get another score to take back the lead with 3:33 left to go in this championship game.
Have you seen a better game this season?
No, I honestly have not. This is what it comes down to.
I think this tops the FCA CCS game.
Very well could. You know, we talked about this a little bit in between the game. Unfortunately, with the results that happened, it would have been even interesting to see, a Webb CCS game or Webb CCS game, or even a championship of South Haven and FCA, as Wells goes on the right side, getting a big gain, first down and more for Wells. First down and 10, but it would have been just as good, I believe, if we had a South Haven FCA game for the championship.
Yeah, I think anybody put in this situation is going to do good, but I kind of like how we're seeing how well the North is. So many people bash it saying it's only CCS and South Haven and Lighthouse, but no, it's way more than that. And this is just showing you how powerful that North Division is.
So South Haven on 1st and 10 on the 35-yard line. They're trying everything they can to rush it down the field. And here's Rowe again, toss across the middle, shove off, flag thrown for pass interference. Micah Jones is going to be called for that. Or it might actually be offensive pass interference on Nate Green. We'll see what the officials call here. It's a holding call. Pass interference on the defense. They called that on Micah Jones, so they're going to move it up for an automatic first down. Interesting call.
There's a lot more flags being thrown for CCS than South Haven.
Yeah, that's at least what we're seeing. And we'll see if we can get a sideline update from Isaiah Austin in just a little bit. We'll see how South Haven is taking all of this in. But
something I've heard for many years, you can never leave a game up to the refs.
You never can. 1st and 10. Here's a rush by Vincent up the middle. Gets a gain of about 4 yards on the play. 2nd down at 6. All right, Isaiah, you're on the South Haven sideline. How's their attitude right now?
Say that again.
I'm saying you're on the sideline for the South Haven Patriots. What's their attitude right now?
Well, I mean, they've been at it to beat CCS and prove that they're not just good because of their schedule. Good because they can compete against the best, and they have one drive here to prove everybody wrong. And I think the coach.
Well is staying on his feet, and the referee finally rules him down at the 39-yard line. It's 3rd down and 4 for the Patriots.
And as I was saying, I think the coaches expect that the players are going to go out there and work out because they have all want to prove.
I believe Isaiah Austin just having a little bit of technical issues there. He'll probably get them worked out a little bit as it's 3rd down and 4 for the Patriots. Rojo in the shotgun across the middle. It's caught by Emmanuel Ding. Reception at the 20-yard line. The Patriots are in the red zone.
For South Haven.
2:05 left to go in the 4th quarter. If they score here, it may very well
do they run the clock down?
That's the question. Do they run the clock down here, or do you give Christian Community a chance?
It's a gamble, but you know Rojo can kick. Run as much clock as you can and kick.
If they score here and get it to point or if they score here and then get a point after, then it has to be a touchdown for Christian Community, as Vincent fumbled the ball a little bit there and couldn't keep possession as it's tripped up in the backfield. 2nd down and 11.
Hey guys, does CCS have 1 or 2 timeouts?
South Haven's timeout.
Timeout called by the Patriots with 1:41 left to go in the game. It's a 58-55 lead for Christian Community for now. All right, an intense game here in Bell Buckle, Tennessee for the MTAC championship title. We should be able to get the trophy presentation and everything on the field. Hopefully that other tripod will be here for us. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge to James as flags are thrown. It looks like Nate Green was across the middle. False start called on the offense, so it'll bring it to 2nd down and 16.
Nate Green was wide open.
Yeah, so we'll see how this all works out.
Guys, not only was Nate Green wide open, but that's just more unnecessary stress that he put on that ACL, on that knee, that doesn't count for anything. So that's going to take a toll on him even more.
Yeah, his ACL injury, unfortunately, just tearing on him a little bit. But, yeah, James, if you didn't hear that wink, wink, nudge, nudge, get that second tripod, man. We got to be ready for the end of the game. Second down and 16. The Patriots on the motion on the 26-yard line. Pitch it out to Vincent. Xavier Vincent trying to go across the middle, cuts to the right, and tosses it across the middle. Xavier Vincent to Emmanuel Ding! Touchdown, Patriots!
No!
With 65 seconds to go, the Patriots have a 3-point lead. The chance to make it 4.
How? This is something written in a book or played in a movie.
Guys, CCS is contesting this. Flanders does not like this call, but that was a completely legal play. Vincent stayed behind the line of scrimmage the entire time. It was a forward pass.
So a 3-point game, and it will be made. No good. It's a 3-point game.
Field goal.
It will come down to a field goal. If the Colts get a field goal, it's going into overtime. Minute 5 left to go in regulation.
And hey, I just want to say, I said at halftime, this game looks like it's going to end with defense.
That's what it looks like. We'll see what South Haven does here as we go to commercial. Kickoff about to happen here for the Patriots. We'll see what they can do here. Just give us one moment, making sure to get the camera switched up here. It's 2 bars on the battery, though. Kickoff deep by Rojo. Back to receive is Dan Adams for the Colts. Dan Adams going on the left side. Dan Adams misses out a tackle. It's brought down at the 25-yard line. So the Colts have 57 seconds to work with to try and march it down the field for the option to tie this game. As we are getting the camera switched very quickly, and we'll be able to get this live for you.
I should have trained.
Yeah, we should have done like ninja training or something for that, just like.
Or we could have had 2 of them.
Yeah, that's true. Could have had that's 2 of them. Oh, give us 1 second.
How about him returning that kick there, getting the kick return? I know he didn't get that far, but what if he grabbed the kick and then they marched it down and he got to kick the field goal?
Yeah, Dan Adams, the sophomore, going well, and we are live with the camera now. So we've got it. There's 1 bar. We should be good for the rest of the game unless this goes to overtime.
50. It's your heart not racing.
Mine is racing a little bit, as is Trent's, as Isaiah Webb goes on the right side, gets out of tackle, face mask called. Clear face mask by Xavier Vincent, and they're going to move this up, I believe, for 15 yards. Bad move by Vincent.
Listen to me. That could be kind of smart, because he could have broken it away and got a touchdown with that with his speed. That could have been a smart move by X.
Very much so. It's a face mask called on Vincent, so they're going to move this ball up.
I broke my nail trying to do that.
Oh, broke a nail.
Gotta go get a medi-pedi now.
50 seconds left in the game.
Hopefully our camera doesn't have some lazy on
I believe it should hold out for the next seconds, and I believe there will be a timeout. The Patriots fans going crazy, cheering on their defense for a stop as they run the clock. Ball snapped. Rollins pitches it out. It's fumbled, and the Patriots. It's loose. The Patriots get it.
No way!
The Patriots. It's down, and Southaven gets it. The Patriots are going to win the championship.
No way! No!
I can't believe number 13.
The Southaven Christian School Patriots.
No way!
Recover the fumble. There's an injury on the play. 39 seconds left. The ball was loose. And the Patriots. And we're waiting for the officials. Injury timeout on the play. The referees rule it down by contact, but the Patriots have recovered, leading by 3. 39 seconds left. The Colts only have 1 timeout. So we're going to take a timeout real quick. The final seconds winding down here in Bell Buckle. We have the final seconds on the camera, and the players rushing through, flags thrown. There are going to be unfortunate penalties there.
Not do this. Come on, guys. Ain't it clean? Let's not make this like Seattle versus Patriots. An unmonkey fumble. Oh.
All right, we're waiting in just a moment. 34 seconds left on the game clock.
Personal foul on the defense.
So it's a personal foul on the defense.
Colton got ejected.
And Colton Rollins was ejected from the game.
I know that thing.
So they're going to move it forward. It's first down and 10.
I know that feeling.
Colton Rollins, unfortunately.
Oh, Yep, I
ejected
wasn't
from the
able to
game,
play
and
basketball
that's
game.
Need.
I kicked out my senior year one. I'm not, so I wasn't able to.
Only we had.
Where's the?
What?
Oh,
It's right here.
no, the other tripod.
No, it's there down there. No, but I don't want to watch it.
And for the first time in franchise history, the South Haven Christian School Patriots, defying all odds, have won the MTAC championship.
It just died.
The Patriots, defying all odds. We'll get the shot here if we can. And it looks like we can't. Good shot there, but we're going live on our YouTube channel in just a moment with the iPhone. The Patriots are MTAC champions of 2017. We want to thank you for that, for being part of this. We're going to go live with the post game in just a few moments. Be sure to stay subscribed to the YouTube channel and turn in the post game. We will be right back.
On behalf of the website.